What's up, guys? It's your girl Sophina The Diva back here again. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today's video, I am going to answer the most asked gymnastics questions on the internet. I feel like I sound funny saying the internet. On Google? Yes, Google. All right, let's get into it. I think it's a funny question because you can tell when someone is going into gymnastics practice, that's their first time because they call it class. I've never called gymnastics class. I call it practice. So, but anyway, you would wear a leotard, which is, you know, kind of like a one-piece swimsuit. Or in college, we wore like a sports top with biker shorts or spandex. So that's what you would wear. Ooh, this is great. Gymnastics teaches you a lot. Like, I can't even go through everything. One, it teaches you flexibility. It teaches you strength, like to hold your own body weight, not just lifting weights and things of that sort. No, it's your own body weight so you can maneuver your body the way you want to do it. This is a great question. Okay, so in like optional, JO, and in college, we do scoring out of 10. So 10-0, perfect 10, all that fun stuff, which to me, that is my most favorite way to score. But I was also an elite gymnast, so therefore the point system is like 13s, 14s, 15s, 16s, 17 point whatever, all that stuff. So the reason why there's different scoring is because in the other levels where we go up to 10, you can only have a skill level up to 10. Even if your skill points go further than that, that's like your cap. And then you can just get the score out of 10. It just makes it more fun and better. Honestly, I don't know what their reasoning for that was, but anywho. But if we go into elite, when you have different skill sets, you can add up to different scores. So for instance, like Simone Biles, let's just say one of her routines is out of a 18.5 because her skill level is super high, but someone else's, their skills is like at a 16.5. Those two are their perfect score. So that's like the max they can get. So out of all those deductions that will go, then you can only go to a certain score. So it's nice when you have like less skills or less difficulty because it's less things to mess up on. But at the same time, it's nice to have a lot of skills and a lot of difficulty because then if you do mess up, you can still score pretty high. So it's a catch-22, or is it catch-21? I don't really know what that phrase is. Great question. So it depends on what bag you're asking. Are you asking about my grip bag, or are you asking about like my bag that I carry to the gym? Like in my bag, I would say I have grips, the wristbands, the grips. I have my pre-wrap, I have my tape, I have like a TheraBand to do some ankle exercises, water, a snack, and chapstick, maybe a hair tie. And those might be all of the necessities. Any womanly things that I may, deodorant, yes, deodorant. And any other womanly thing I may need, but I think that's like the bulk of it. So there's some people that think that it will not and that it will. In my opinion, and from research, it can. So there's some people, obviously if you have tall genes, like nothing can really stunt you from your genetics. I definitely am in a family of shorter people, but I do believe that if I didn't do gymnastics, I wouldn't be the shortest as I am now. So it definitely does. If you research it, you'll see where it says like all the pounding kind of like smushes your bones, plates, whatever it's called. So yes, but no. I think that's why probably gymnasts have the most growing pains out of probably any other sport, just because we're always crunching our pounding our bones and our things. So yeah, so I would say yes, it does stunt your growth. It doesn't make you short, but it stunts your growth. Well, if you look at like Nadia Comaneci and all those people, it's definitely changed. Like if you watch bars specifically, the bars were like this close, and they used to like smack their hips on the bar and do all these like funky, kind of cool things, honestly. Super cool. I feel like I would want to do that type of gymnastics, but at the same time, I wouldn't, because I feel like I would have more bruises like on my hips and stuff, but who knows. And then now, obviously, the bars are way further apart, so that's like a main difference that I can really tell you. I mean, that's a great question. It's gymnastics. 3. Who is asking this question? But if you ask this question in the most respectful and nicest way, I want to slap you. That is like disrespect. Disrespect. I mean, that means that you never even tried gymnastics, because if you tried it, then you wouldn't be asking if it's a sport or even consider it being a sport at all. At all. I mean, I get like some people say like it's a sport when you're in a team or when you whatever, but then no, I'm not giving that excuse, because then you're talking about track. Track is an individual sport as well, so never mind. It's a sport. No ifs, ands, or buts. No! Granted, a lot of crazy stuff happened over the years, bad and good, but honestly, that's life, and that's the whole, like, all sports in a way. Obviously, no, not all sports. I'm not, Debbie Downing anything, but I don't think that gymnastics should be banned. People enjoy doing it. It's a great sport. People enjoy watching it. So yeah, that's that. No. Well, that's up to you how you want them to fit. Me personally, I think my grips are a lot different than normal people's or normal gymnasts. So there's some people that like their grips to be a little bit more flimsy, some of them that like to be a lot more tighter where you can't move your hands as much. It really depends on how you want to grip the bar, so that's totally up to you. My grips specifically were kid grips, and I never grew out of those. So they are very thin. Usually grips are like about this thick, and mine were like this thick, so they're a lot thinner. I love that, and I never want to change because I feel like I can grip the bar really good and easier and better. And at first, I used to like buckle, but I like Velcro way better because I could tighten it as much as I want. So really, ultimately, to answer that question, it's how you want to grip the bar and what you feel most comfortable with. Once again, it's up to you. Obviously, they say the younger the better. Most gymnasts you'll talk to have always started gymnastics at a young age, and then they excelled from there. But there's quite a few people that have started it at an older age and still excelled. So it's really up to you, also up to your work ethic and how you want to excel. If you just want to do it for pleasure, then by all means, start whenever you want. If you want to make it to the Olympics, by all means, do whatever you want, but usually people do start younger, and same with college and so on and so on. But there's a lot of people that definitely beat those odds, so it's totally up to you. People say that I started older, which I wasn't. I started when I was 6, and there's a lot of people that usually start at 3 or 2 or 4, whatever. So really, totally up to you and how you want to do it, but don't let some statistics say that you're too old to start gymnastics and whatnot. Well, I'm gonna be biased. Obviously, I'm gonna say UCLA, the best ever, but there's a lot of great teams like Florida and Alabama and Oklahoma and Utah, our rivals. Yeah, so many. Georgia, list goes on. So my opinion would be UCLA. Okay guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I answered a lot of questions, at least it felt like I did. I hope you learned maybe a little bit of something that maybe you didn't know before, or you maybe answered the questions the same as I did, or had different answers. If you did have different answers, comment those below and which question that was. Alright, well make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, turn on your post notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Sophina The Diva, TikTok, Sophina The Diva, and Twitter, Sophina_DeJesus. Bye-bye!